Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Um, so this is part 4, I believe it's right. So I guess my last video um wasn't long, thank God. Um, so I ran into a problem with the so I found out what this stupid tube is, and I actually knew it. I just remembering, I guess. Anyway, so let me show you again here what I'm working with. Okay. By the way, there are hardly any videos. There might be a couple videos on this, but they don't exactly tell you how to get it off. Um, but I'm just going to guess. But anyway, so you see this tube here coming off of the. So you got your manifold here, okay, and it connects to the catalytic converter, right? You got 1, 2, 3 bolts. Anyway, so this tube here comes up here, runs around here, goes in the back. That is an EGR valve tube, and I cannot get it off. Apparently, you're supposed to. Did you see here? Let me show you. Let me zoom in here. There we go. So you see, it looks like it's got like one here that you unscrew, right? I think this one on the inside, unless somebody wants to correct me, that's an adapter that's going into your manifold, right? So the real deal is right here where my thumb is. I'm pointing at. So you stick a wrench on both of them. You hold the left side and you unscrew the right one, lefty loosey. You basically get up underneath it and do it. But I tried and it stuck. So um, a lot of times on vehicles, the EGR valve. By the way, the EGR valve is right there. That thing, that round looking, this thing. So yeah, basically the tube right here, it curves around, comes up underneath that EGR valve, screws into it, and you got two small um, pipes also coming off of the EGR pipe. They're little thin pipes. They just connect onto some, I believe, some rubber hoses. I haven't got into it yet, but here's what I have to do. I've got to take out the battery, and I've got to take out all this. This is your air filter. Take this off, unplug this. Um, Probably have to get the spark plugs, spark plug wires, get them off, um, and then take the coil off, just so I can. Here's okay. So here's what I want to do. I cannot unbolt that pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything out of the way so I can see it first. You can buy these brand new. They're roughly what I've already checked about $60 for a pipe. So for that much, that'll be just something else that I'm just going to add to the list. Um, should be an easy replacement, somewhat, as long as you get everything out of the way. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Um, yeah. And what I was going to say is a lot of vehicles that have these EGR valves, they get stopped up over time. Um, and so the pipe, it's probably got crud all up in it. What happens is you get stopped up, and then your car doesn't run right. In a nutshell, that's pretty much what happens. So, by the way, if my microphone goes out, I'm gonna check it from time to time. But if it does, and you see me talking or whatever, I do apologize. But anyway, so now I'm gonna do this. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. Sorry if you hear any loud noises. I hate I couldn't get that pipe off. That just bugs the crap out of me. But anyway, so let's see. First things first, I'm gonna take the battery out. I've already got the negative off. By the way, if your car sits for a while or whatever, just take your negative battery cable off. I will tell you this though, you'll have to reset the code and or reset your radio. So anyway, okay. My heat in here is barely working. I would turn on my master blaster, but if I do that, you're not going to be able to hear me probably. So it's okay. No big deal. Oh, by the way, I heard that the battery, the positive battery cable, one guy, he was saying that that cable, I don't know how somebody rigged it up or something. Anyway, it jumped over onto the EGR valve pipe, which gets really hot. It's exhaust, and it burnt the positive cable, and then so the car was like shutting on and off or something like that. Very strange. I bet that was pretty hard to find. I didn't watch the full video, but anyway, so yeah, I'm going to take, I need an extension. Hang on. So I went inside. I went into the house after the last video. And dude, I'm sitting there and I'm just like about to freeze. It is ridiculously cold. So don't go outside if you don't have to. It is not worth it. And I can't find that stupid extension. Maybe I'll have to just use this. I was looking for my really long extension, but I've got one that's like over a foot long. Great to have when you have it. But anyway, you know what? Screw that wrench. I'm gonna use a drill, like a real man. My impact. Right? Try to do things the easiest way. This was supposed to be a quick job, man. Well, maybe not super quick, but I mean, it was supposed to be like a not run into any problems type job. But but anything's expected. So, by the way, I had to make my own battery block. It works though. I cannot find, unless I go to a junkyard, I cannot find the real blocks that go in there. So when you look them up, they show you the wrong thing. Like, do you go to buy them? Amazon, something like that. There might be some used ones on eBay, maybe. I haven't seen that, but anyway. By the way, you take your battery out. Do not, I repeat, do not put it on the ground, because the ground will suck the life out of it. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get back here. I'm going to get all this stuff out of the way. You know what? You know what comes in handy? You get stuff out of the way like that? Zip ties. Get you some zip ties. Everybody needs some zip ties. I got 1,000 of them. So what you want to do is you want to just get everything out of the way, right? I have to get here anyway because of the let me show you here. Because of the thermostat housing, that's all going to come off anyway. Okay. So, but right now I'm just trying to get the camera right. What if I zip? Whoa, too much. Okay. Oh man, it's so cold. So cold. All right. Let's see. I want to get all this as much as I can out of the way. Actually, I might not have to zip tie that. Just kind of, yeah. Okay. So first thing, let's see. Now I'm going in this blind, but what you basically do is use some common sense. Just look at it, right? Just look and see what needs to be taken apart. Okay. That's all you got to do, guys. There ain't a whole lot of people with common sense anymore, but I'm going to teach you how to use common sense. So I'm looking here, and I see there's this bracket right here is coming off here, and right here there's one bolt holding the EGR pipe. Okay, but my main thing is I want to get back here. I want to get that. So let's see. Now, I hope I don't break anything. Now this this is your mass airflow sensor, and the connector connects to it, but I had to put a zip tie on there because the connector, the push down button on it was broke. And now I'm gonna have to take the clip or take the oh my god, I can't even think, I'm so cold. Take the zip tie back off. But the good thing is I have 1,000,000 of them. Or did I say 1,000? I can't remember. Was you paying attention? Anyway, so we're gonna snap that little guy back off. That was a great idea though, because it worked. All right, come on. Throw that in the trash. Don't need it. Okay, so that's just going to pull right off just like that. Okay. Now, sorry for me sniffling so much. That's what happens when you get cold. Your body gets cold. So start heating up and steam's coming out of your nose. By the way, if you are not a mechanic, no worries, because you will be after watching this. Let's see, do I have the right size? So basically there's a clamp holding this this tube on, okay, and I don't have the right size. Gotta figure out what it is, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. We ain't scared. I bet that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Somewhere over the rainbow. There it is. All right, so the clamp size, that is going to be it's 1/4 inch, which is what a lot of them are. I'm going to use extension. I've got to find that long extension, because that thing comes in handy, man. Handyman. Handyman to the rescue. uh, that thing's a little loose. Somebody's had this off before. Somebody's been into this car. I know that for a fact. I've already seen it. Okay, so I'm going to pause there before I break something. Let's see. So you got a clamp right here. Okay. And it should take the same thing. Let's see. I think. Yep. I could use my impact on there, but I'm not going to. Let's see here. Let's do this. You know what? I got something new that I'm gonna try out. I got this from O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's. Check this out. See that? Watch this. Let's see how good it works. Not bad. So what that is a flexible magnetic strip. Okay. So I just need to find a good place to put that. But basically what you do is you set it up somewhere, and then all you do is just throw your tools up on it. Works great. I like it. And it's strong too. Man. See, that's what I do. I have like all kinds of like little stuff, like that. Like this little cool inventions, little not necessarily that I invented, but stuff that other people have. But I mean, I have invented stuff. If you ever seen any of my other videos, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to take out the so the air box, the top air box. I don't know if I want to take out the whole thing or not. I might, maybe. But basically, I'm just trying to get in here. But it's you got to take this off to get to see that and everything. Basically, what I'm doing is I don't know if I said this. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. So the EGR pipe, I want to make sure that I'm buying the correct one because they have like several different ones that they made for this vehicle. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, let me come around here and take this off. There's four. There are 4 bolts. They stay in. I believe they stay in the cover. So you just loosen them. That's all you do. This car is so easy to work on. That's why I love this car. That's why I don't want to sell it. I mean, let's face it. I paid $1,500 for this car. Okay. It needed a lot of work. Look at that. Just came right off the whole thing. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't even have to loosen that other one. That other clamp. Anyway. But yeah, $1,500. I've put about 10 different parts on it. I've probably got maybe $1,000 in parts. Probably not even that. Everything has been not expensive. I think I am going to take that box out. I got to find out how to do it though. I believe, let me get my flashlight. I believe there's some bolts holding that thing in. There's a plug, like a male plug on the side, but looks like, yeah, once again, somebody's been into this. Wait a minute, does it just pop out? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So it's got 3 plugs. 1, 2, 3. 3 male plugs on there. It just pops in. Sorry if I blinded you there. Blind. I'm blind. Oh, man. Sorry, about fell down. Okay. Well, there's the battery strap that was hiding. What else we got in here? So somebody has put a system in this car halfway. They have ran, let me show you here, so there's a positive cable coming off right here. And if you look right here, that's a fuse in there. And the problem is it was all the way underneath that. Which I didn't really like. But what I'm saying is if you watch my other videos, you'll see like all the wires in the back and everything. There's no amp back there or anything like that, but all the wires are there supposedly. And all you got to do is put the amp in there, put your speaker box or whatever you want, and then go from there. Now, as far as this strap here for the battery, I better move that before I get in trouble. So yeah, the strap, it comes over the battery like this. And then you got your block on the front, and that's all that is. But I wonder if I can take it out. Should be able to. I think it's got a what is that? It's got a push-in retainer in it, I think. Let me grab my tool. Let me show you a cool little tool. If you ain't got this tool, get one. So this tool right here, see this? That is for popping off retainers. Let's see if it'll work on this. If that is a retainer. I don't even know if it is. Or it was. I think it was junk. It was broke in half. Well, I just learned something. I did that all wrong. Well, anyway, at least it was just a regular push-in retainer. So, no worries. There's what was left of it. I'll show you a new one. Nothing to it. Not a big deal. We having fun yet? I am. Tons of fun. So what I do is I got this little retainer kit. Push-in retainer. Push-in retainer clip. Whatever you want to call it. See, look here. See all these different push-in retainers. Man, I tell you what, this thing comes in handy. See, look. I see. Yep. But anyway, I am not going to worry about that. By the way, this tool came in this kit. Maybe I'll do a separate video on that. That way you'll see where it's at and everything. You can buy. It's cheap. I try to buy inexpensive. I don't want to say cheap because cheap sounds like it's not made out of something good. But inexpensive stuff. Yeah. Let's take a better look at this. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Okay, so that is your. I'm just going to go on and say that's your transmission mount. Okay. Let's see. Here's your EGR right there. So I'm going to clear some stuff out here. Okay. There's like a giant rat's nest up in there. Not for real, I mean just saying that all the. There's nothing worse than looking at an engine bay and just seeing like all this, you know. I usually like going to those car shows, and you see like these little Hondas. When everybody started doing the K series swaps in them, these little Honda Civics, and everything's like super clean. I don't know if that's like a on purpose thing that they do, like I mean, as far as like when they get there, they start taking stuff off to make it look clean, or if they're actually clean like that. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. What's the next step, guys? I'm going to inspect my battery cable. Looks great. There's actually the new one comes with it too, but on the EGR pipe, there is a heat shield. In fact, this one's about to fall off. But that's the reason why, because the heat, that is exhaust. It gets very hot. So you can imagine like all the plastic around it and everything, and that gets destroyed, and all that. So anyway, let's see here. What else can we I'm gonna pull off as much as I can. Let's see, let's put this up here, and once again, I'm trying to get to the EGR valve pipe. So I see, man, those come off real easy. That's good. I guess that's good. Talking about the, I'll get you a better view here just in a second. I am trying right now to, what did they do, man? I'm trying to figure out what the first step to do is, because I don't want to do the wrong thing here. Also, you don't want to unplug something and then have to go back to it a week later and say, oh man, I can't remember where that plugs up at. I've done that several times when I was a beginner. So don't do that. So because you see all this wiring here. All right, so this wire in the front, let me see, where are we at? Okay, yeah. Get you a better view here. There we go. So you see, oops, sorry about that. I did have it good. Hang on. I'll get you situated. Okay. Good. So your wire right here, this is your coil under here. This square block, there's your coil. I've got to figure out how to take that plug off. Usually there's a clamp holding it on. I don't want to break anything. I know there's a clamp holding that on. There's got to be. I think. Unless somebody's already taken it off. Let me see if I can find a pick and pick at it. Pick, pick, pick. By the way, if you don't have a set of picks, get one. Most of the time they're inexpensive. Yeah, simple little pick. And this one actually, this one came in a kit, and like each end of the pick is shaped differently. You know, it's curved in a different way, whatever. So let's see what we got here. Mm. Mm. Not even budging. Okay. Um, well, and by the way, I'm going to see if I can buy a new EGR valve. Also, you have to buy it separately, but I'm gonna buy EGR valve and a new EGR pipe. And I would not be surprised if I take that EGR valve and it's like all stopped up. But I'm going to show you. This is basically what I was looking for. Okay, let me see here. Let me get you good thing in there. Okay. So here's your EGR valve. This thing right here, right? So your tube from the front is coming up underneath here. Get this thing out of the way. So it screws into the bottom right here. Okay, lefty loosey, I'm guessing righty tighty. Now you also got on the tube, you got these two smaller ones right here. This one and this one. Okay, that. So these, what I was saying a while ago, see that comes off like that. Okay, so you pull that one off, you pull the other one off. Now, remember what I said? They have two different types, or well, probably more than that from what I've seen. So I've got to make sure that I get the correct one. And the difference. Um, Sorry, bear with me 1 second. I want to make sure I'm getting in here. So anyway, so I found two different ones. One's available through like the Walmart app or whatever. And sorry, hang on. What's going on with my camera here? God, I hate cameras. That's why I need a cameraman. Anyway, so those two smaller tubes, Walmart has one, and brand new, and there's a brand new one on that you can get off eBay. I didn't see one on Amazon. Usually I get a lot of stuff on Amazon, but I guess uh, price difference, a couple dollars between the two, eBay to Walmart. But there's a difference in those two small pipes. Okay, so mine, it looks like, okay, so mine looks like both of them. Let's see, how can I say this? So here's your pipe, your the main EGR pipe, and the two small ones. Both of them come up like this and go out. So kind of like going the same direction. Okay, so that's the one on eBay. The one on Walmart, it's a little different. I think one of them does kind of like that, but the other one kind of goes up. Probably doesn't matter. Doesn't really, but I would say maybe go with the ones that go just like on there. Okay. Um, Sorry, I'm just looking. That's weird. Just looking at something. My flap on the intake throttle body. It looks like paper. It's like white or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I hope it's not paper on there. Ugh. Boy, there's a lot of gunk. That's a lot of gunk in that throttle body right there. So I'll probably end up cleaning that. If you want to know how to clean a throttle body, they say not to spray into it, throttle body cleaner. They say don't spray directly into it, but they say take a rag and spray carburetor cleaner on that, and then go in there with a rag, and you don't want to mess with the butterfly in there, the flap, because if you bend that just enough, they say sometimes they're very easy to bend. If you mess up and bend that, you done knocked everything out of whack. Okay. But yeah, I'll have to do that. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna go back and look at the picture on. I'm pretty sure it was the one on eBay, and that's probably what I'm gonna end up getting. Also, the EGR valve looks like. Okay, so the EGR valve is connected with two bolts. Looks like 8mm socket. Should take both of them off, but they're connected to a tube. So they go like this. So you take those off. Let me show you this real quick here. Okay, so this is a vacuum tube, should be. So that just pulls right off. It should. And then if you see what I was talking about the bolts, there's one right there. See it? It's going this way. And there's another one on the other side. So I do that. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this son of a gun. I'm gonna cut it right here. That way I can get a socket. Actually, well, I don't even have to do that. I don't have to take a socket or anything else. Once I cut it off, it's off, because I'll have a new exhaust, new pipe, all that. So anyway, it should, and I just like I said, I'm gonna take that bolt out right there, and that should be it. And then it'll just come right out. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna find out how to. I saw a video on how to take that off, but I just glanced at it real quick. But there's a clip. I think it's like a U-clip or something that holds that plug on. So I'll do that. Don't take your spark plug wires off from the coil. Just pull them out of the holes and then pull that off. Okay. Let's see. Oop. No, sorry. Yeah, just pull those out. Boom, boom, boom. Because they're all to length. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure how. Oh, you know what? There might be another. There's another bolt right here that I think I also have to take out, because that's a bracket going. It's connected onto the EGR pipe. So, do you feel my frustration? This is what I put up with. Oh man. And I still have all the other stuff to look forward to, like the oil pan. I got to remember to order an oil pan gasket. They sent me an oil pan and didn't give me an oil pan gasket. Who does that? Most places you buy something, they give you a gasket with it. I mean, it's just a gasket. Anyway, and then I've got to. You got to do everything in order. You got to drain the coolant out. Got to drain the oil. Get all that mess out. I'm probably gonna have a huge mess under here. I'll have to clean out. Oh God. What else? Um, I will say that on these things that the motor mount over here underneath this, so it's called a hydraulic motor mount. It's actually got like hydraulic fluid in it. I think it's right. Anyway, it eats through the rubber after a while, and it just crumbles and breaks and falls apart. Next thing you know, your engine's all over the place. So that's been replaced. I believe. I'm pretty sure. Took the cap and looked at it, and it looks fine. So somebody's done work to this, like I said before. I'm not repeating myself. I know I'm not repeating. Anyway, um, but that was one of the things that they did. So yay! And they actually have, if you want to buy some new motor mounts for this thing, they actually make a kit. It comes with 3 different motor mounts. One of them looks like a dog bone. We call it dog bone. The other's transmission mount, and you got your engine mount, and I believe it comes with those 3, but they're all upgrades. They're not actual OEM mounts. They're an aftermarket mount kit. So, but they look really cool though. I mean, I'm not against that, you know, because you don't hardly see them, anywhere. Um, so let's see. I think that's about it for right now. Um, Stay tuned for part 5, I guess, because I've got to find out how to get that plug off of that coil. So, and it's probably really, really easy. Knock on wood. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. See you next time.